Goes, why do women demand monogamy when it's clear they can't handle the terms of agreement? You give him sex whenever he wants, and in exchange, he can only have sex with you. Do you think women are lazy or selfish?
What?
What
the hell? Do you even have a woman, first of all?
Can't.
Of course.
I mean, terms of the agreement.
I'm not giving sex to nobody in exchange for nothing.
What he's basically saying is women want, do all of you want monogamy on the panel?
Yes. In a relationship,
if you do want monogamy.
Yeah, raise your hand if you do want monogamy from your partner. All of you? Okay, pretty much.
Ukraine, not so much.
Ukraine
not so much.
And Miss Komodo, no, they're okay with polygamy.
I had
monogamy too?
I had my hand
Okay, so everyone except for Miss Ukraine wants monogamy. What he's basically saying is, you guys want monogamy, right? So you got to give him sex whenever he wants. In exchange, he can only have sex with you. He's saying it's a bad deal, basically.
Okay,
is what he's trying to say.
No.
It's not whenever he wants, though. It's like it's a mutual agreement. Like if I don't want to have sex, we're not having sex. Like
so he can't step out the relationship.
No, it's a relationship. You can't force someone to have sex. If they don't want to, they don't want to. Like regardless of what the reason is.
Your man has been working all day.
He
wants to be relieved from his girlfriend or wife. You tell him no. Is it wrong for him to step up?
Taking care of you?
Yes, it's wrong. That's wrong.
Maybe I'm not in the mood, so we're gonna go get it from somebody else.
Repeat your question again.
You can't please your man? That's crazy.
No, that's not that.
So
because he went to work, I'm supposed to please him when he gets home.
Like,
Hold on. Look. Cool.
Okay,
you know
guys
what?
are just different.
How many of you feel though, if you're in a relationship with a guy, that you are not necessarily obligated to bang him whenever he wants?
Whenever he wants,
Yeah.
no.
How many of you say?
Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you agree.
Raise your hands if you don't think you're obligated. Okay.
But I want to explain.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You can say. I mean, it's kind of irrelevant. You just feel as though that you're not obligated, which is cool. Fine.
No, but the thing in a relationship is there is an emotional part side of it.
He doesn't get it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. That's your perspective. You're giving your reasoning for why you're not obligated. Cool. Now, my thing is, what if he said, I'm not obligated to pay the bills and be masculine all the time? What would you do?
Well, okay. First of all, you have to have a conversation about that.
No. Okay, no. Hold on.
Because I don't want to give him sexual favors whenever he wants.
Yes. So therefore, since you can pick and choose when you want to have
that
sex,
sounds like prostitution. What you paying the bills and I just do.
Please listen.
Okay.
If you're gonna pick and choose when you want to give him sex, which is the main commodity you bring to the relationship, let's be honest. Okay, then he should be able to pick and choose when he gives you his main commodity, time, attention, and resources.
Myron,
right?
Are you talking about building a relationship?
Huh?
Are
yes,
you talking
in a
about
relationship.
Okay,
yes.
but if you're building a relationship, you need to understand as a man that for a woman, she's connected to her heart. We have emotional needs that you guys
I'm connected to my wallet. I don't feel like spending money this
That's okay. I agree. Okay.
See, hold on. No. All I'm doing, ladies, see how ridiculous I fucking sound? Because you guys want to be able to forfeit your obligation whenever you feel like it. You know what? I'm going to forfeit my obligation too. I don't feel like paying the light bill this month.
Facts.
Because I don't
feel like paying the mortgage this month. Hold on. You are invading the house. I don't feel like fucking protecting you this month.
Fucking.
I'm on my period, guys. I'm on my period. No, but see how ridiculous you guys sound where you can go ahead and forfeit your responsibility, but I'm supposed to always adhere to my responsibility?
That sounds ridiculous.
What if it's mutual though? Like example, if you want to pay the light bill, you don't want to pay the light bill.
Yeah.
I'll pay the light bill.
Cool. Then it's actually equal.
Exactly.
Because if you want to be able to forfeit your responsibilities as a woman, I should be able to forfeit my responsibilities as a man when I feel like it. I don't feel like paying the light bill. You don't want to give no head? Cool. You don't have to, but I don't feel like paying the light bill. I think that's 100% fair.
The problem is with sex is used as welfare.
The
problem is when sex is used as welfare. If your woman is manipulating you with sex, I don't think that's a healthy relationship.
Facts.
But let's say that just in relationship, like if you're gonna have a long-lasting, healthy relationship, there's gonna be ups and downs like a business, like anything in life, right? So if you're gonna have a healthy relationship that is gonna last throughout time, there's gonna be times that maybe he doesn't feel like it and she feels like it. There's gonna be times that she doesn't feel like it. Maybe because she's going through something emotional inside, or maybe, there's life is so complicated.
A man's primary duty is not to please his woman sexually, though.
Facts.
It's not.
It's not his primary thing. But the Bible says that's one of the woman's rights. When she asks for sex, that's one of her rights.
Fresh, can you fact check that one?
So I want to say this first and foremost. Like, it's a wife's duty to please her husband at all times.
Definitely.
Now, what's the point of having a husband if you can't please him?
Oh, definitely.
So then, to take a step further to sex itself, if your man has needs, you can fulfill them.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Okay. If a woman has needs, but our needs, women's and men's needs
but they're
are
always
completely
met.
different.
They're always met, though. I'm paying the bills, taking care of the family.
But that's the thing. Those are not the only needs that a woman has. We have
No,
emotional
but that's
needs.
the foundation, though.
No,
right?
but so that's the thing. The thing that a lot of men don't understand is that we have these emotional needs that you guys don't have. So it's really complicated when we're only focusing on the problems and we're not working towards working together.
So what you've effectively proven is that women require way more of men than men require of women. We have emotional needs. We want financial needs. We want protection needs. We need security needs, etc. So the man, all he wants back is to fuck. And you guys are saying, well, I'll do it when I feel like it.
No, but okay.
No, fucking checkmate, bro. Like,
No, it's not checkmate.
It's a 1,000% checkmate because look, men don't ask for much. So if a guy says, I want to fuck, and you have the audacity to say no, fantastic. You know what? I don't want to pay the bills. I don't want to protect you. I don't have to lead you anymore. I'm going to pick and choose.
But you're talking.
Stop interrupting.
Sorry.
I'm going to pick and choose when I want to be a man just because you want to pick and choose when you want to be a girlfriend or a wife. Men don't ask for much. So if all we ask for a lot of times is sex and silence and you don't give the sex, that's 50% of you being useless. Gone. But on the other hand, let's say I decide not to fuck you. I'm still protecting, still providing for you, still giving you some emotional stability. Women require way more of men than men require of women. So therefore, everything we require of you has more weight.
Do you want to be the leader of your home?
That's how it goes.
Exactly. Of
Yes.
course. So of course, you as the bigger person, you're the one that has the bigger responsibilities and you're the one that has to give the most. Yes, of course.
Okay. But what I'm asking for isn't hard though.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
I understand. And I'm agreeing with you in the sense that of course a woman and a wife has to fulfill her duties. But at the same time,
all right, you know what? Let me just say it. If a girl isn't having sex with her man, she's fucking useless.
Definitely.
She's useless.
I agree with that. But there's
okay, so why are
times-
y'all saying I do it when I feel like it?
But there's time.
I go to work when I don't feel like it. I provide for you when I don't feel like it. I pay a light bill when I don't feel like it. I go to the gym and maintain this fucking physique when I don't feel like it. I'm achieving excellence when I don't fucking feel like it. But why is it women can go ahead and pick and choose when they feel like it? If I do all this shit to become the fucking guy and I'm in a relationship with you and you pick me and I say, yo, I want some sex. And you're like, I don't know if I feel like it. Fuck you. Done. Get out of here. You effectively are useless. That's the equivalent to me. Someone breaks into the house. I let them beat your ass. What if I let that happen? Y'all would leave me, wouldn't you?
Why are you getting?
I feel like that's different thing.
No, it's the same shit.
That's not.
It's not the same thing.
No, stop. It's the same thing. The thing is that men and women are not the same. There's functional equivalents. You understand?
Exactly.
So I can't go ahead and compare apples to apples. Sorry, I can't compare apples to oranges, so I have to make it apples. I'm giving you the functional equivalent. If you don't want to fuck me, that's cool. But don't expect me to protect you when you fucking need me. I don't like how women go ahead and pick and choose their rules.
Cool, because you're not okay. Like you're sitting here saying that's cool, but then you're like mad because I don't want to fuck you.
No. I look at it like this: if a girl doesn't want to fuck you, she's within her prerogative to do so. That's fine if she's your girl. But you need to kick her to the curb and find another woman.
But why though?
Because you want
because you're useless.
She's useless.
You mean one or two times, or you mean over the course of a month she doesn't have sex
I
with
come
you?
home from work and I just don't want sex. I just
Would
want
you
to fall
agree?
down.
Would you agree if it's like
time.
3 weeks and she doesn't want to have sex with him, he should move out?
Yeah, 3 weeks, and I'm like,
2
okay,
weeks.
what's wrong?
I think 1 week.
I agree too. Yeah,
Wait, to her
Every
point,
once in a while.
1 Corinthians 7:3, the husband should fulfill the wife's sexual needs, and the wife should fulfill her husband's needs.
Definitely.
But
course.
The man's needs come first, not the woman's.
I have a question.
Actually, it's not. So the thing is, you're talking about relationships if they're just commodities. We're really, really complicated beings. So for what you said, if it is a couple times, there might be a fight going.
Men
in the
aren't complicated.
No. All human beings are complicated. We're emotional beings. It
Men are
doesn't
not
matter.
complicated.
No, we all are complicated. So that's the thing. You cannot say if she doesn't have sex with you, then she doesn't work. Because so what do you want? Do you want a wife or do you want just a girl? Because your wife is a completely different job. It's a lot of work. You're being successful. You have a successful podcast, right? That took you a lot of work, right?
So you know, funny.
You guys are missing the whole point of this.
Yeah.
Like,
We're not. I get.
Basically, what it boils down to is you are not obligated to fulfill your obligations to your man, essentially. But I'm still required to fulfill my obligation. I'm still supposed to be a protector, a provider, a leader. And as a matter of fact, you would probably leave me if I didn't do these things. On the other hand, though, you want to be able to have the right to say, I don't feel like fucking, and me still be monogamous to you. I think if a woman wants to pick and choose when she wants to fuck, cool. I can pick and choose when I want to kick you to the curb because men don't ask for much. We live in a crazy ass society where women want to go ahead and get all the privileges of chivalry without going ahead and giving the guy a fair deal in return. Fuck that shit. I tell guys all the time, your girl don't want to fuck you no more. Kick her out the house. She's no longer your girl. She's useless because I'll be honest with y'all. Men and women don't have a lot of similar interests. We don't necessarily align on a lot of our life lifestyles and beliefs and experiences. So if a girl isn't fucking you, she's effectively useless most of the time. That's what most guys are going to tell you.
Most of the time, that means that you haven't met a right.
Oh, come on, ladies.
Hold on. Stop the show. How many of y'all went on a date with a nigga you didn't even like before? All of you have probably been on a date with a guy that you didn't like. Here's the difference.
Hey,
that proves my fucking point. That's what I'm trying to say. Men must add value to the point that women will go out with dudes they don't even fucking like and hang out with them, but it would never be the other way around. Niggas will go out with bitches they're not trying to fuck. So that proves my point that men absolutely provide value to women, even if she doesn't fucking like his ass. Us, on the other hand, we're always going out with an intention. So if that does not prove that men have to provide value, men have to bring way more to the table than women do, and women are actually okay with going out with guys that they don't even like, but it's not the other way around. Yo, there's a burden performance on men, and if I do all this shit, the least I could get in return is for you to suck my dick.
Ladies. Incredible. Got a shout out there for Ryan Dawson. Ryan Dawson agrees. There he goes. Hey, real quick. There we go. Dunk on him. Hey, I have a question for you ladies. Who here thinks that if a woman decided, let's say you have a brother or a cousin or a nephew, whatever, who decided, I'm not going to have sex with him for like 3 weeks, who here thinks he should leave her? Who here thinks he should stay?
What's the reason why she's not?
She's just for whatever reason, they got in a fight, and she thinks that for the next 3 weeks she's just not going to have sex with him.
I mean, like, if he cheated on her, I wouldn't.
Maybe I don't think he
wait a
deserves
couple
to
months.
hit.
It depends the reason.
Yes or no?
I feel like there's a reason though. Like it has to be a
There's
reason.
always a reason.
You know what I mean?
There's a
It
reason
can't just
for
be
everything.
like this, that. I feel like it has to be a reason.
So you would not tell your brother, nephew, cousin to leave if she's withheld sex for 3 weeks? I'm curious.
No, I wouldn't.
Does anybody think he should leave?
No, I don't think he
That's
should.
shocking.
You
That's
should.
terrible advice.
3 weeks. It
And
depends on what the reason is.
Not only is it terrible advice, the best thing for the relationship would be for him to do what? Anybody know? Anybody know the correct answer?
To
for him to get the
communicate.
fuck up and leave. That's the correct answer.
I feel like y'all just want to fuck. Like,
no,
it's
that's
so
not it.
much
No,
deeper
it's
than
not about that.
though.
It's not about that. It's partially that, but like for you guys, the validation comes from attention. For us, the validation comes from
sex.
Thank you. And that's the problem, because for you, like when you have kids, you know the baby's yours. We don't know if the baby's ours. That's why when you guys decide, hey, we're not going to have sex, from our standpoint, that we're like, wait, but could she be having sex with someone else? Right? That's the issue. For us, the validation comes from sexual intercourse. I know it sounds incredibly shallow, but it's not just the sex. It's that lets us know that you want to be with us. If you don't have sex with us, and there's a chance you might be sleeping with someone else, but for every relationship I've ever seen, when a woman says, hey, I don't want to have sex with a guy, that to me means she probably doesn't respect him and she doesn't want to validate him. So for you to say that for 3 weeks, there is no dude on the planet I wouldn't tell him.
Or she just wants to see if he's like really serious about her.
Time out. You're already in a relationship. You've been having sex. And then there's a 3 week period where she decides she does not want to have sex with him. And you guys are literally telling me that you would tell your brothers and cousins. You
didn't say that. You didn't say relationship though.
You didn't say relationship.
You're in a relationship, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, she just gets into a mood and decides for 3 weeks she doesn't want to have sex with him. Who here would say leave the relationship?
That's why I said it depends on if you communicated with your partner or not. Like you're in a relationship, okay, ask her why she's not having sex with you.
She's just not feeling it.
If she's not feeling it, like why are you not?
She's not responding.
Why are you force that on her?
You had one job.
No
One job to do.
No one's
What?
forcing
Your one job.
No one's forcing shit on you. But
Why
I gotta
is
just
that
like the
our
Jonah Hill
one
shit. I get the
job?
chance.
Like
I
we
get the
were
choice to
made,
leave.
we're made so y'all can fuck us. That's not what we're partners for.
No,
Talking about that's our one job in a relationship.
Time out. Oxygen is important until you're choking. Then oxygen is the most important thing in the world. If you're in a relationship and you're getting some sex, it might not be the most important thing in the world. If you're getting no sex, all of a sudden that thing becomes the top priority. Why is this happening? It's a huge fucking red light. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, it's not everything. It's like that's not all we want to do is fuck you. But my point is, I mean,
But that's what he was kind of saying, though. That's what he was making it seem like. That's what a woman's purpose in the relationship.
I'm trying to make the same example from your point of view. Okay, if you're not doing that, that is a massive red flag from our standpoint that you don't respect us,
especially if you've been doing it.
But the problem is, you guys are saying, well, all you want is sex. No, it's not that we want sex. It's the sign that not having sex with us. The red flag that not having sex with us, it's humongous. It's gigantic. It speaks volume. You having sex with us speaks a lot. Compliance, but you might just really like sex. You not having sex with us in a relationship, that speaks 50 times more. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the problem. And for you guys to tell me that you would tell your male relatives that a girl is just withholding sex for 3 weeks and you shouldn't do anything about it, that is fucking crazy.
Not necessarily. Super like horny and they want to have sex all the time. You know what I mean? But then you got those girls that don't really just don't really care about it. Like I've met girls like that. Like I like sex, of course. Like, I can't speak for y'all, but I like sex.
We know, yeah, we know.
But don't play with me.
No,
You don't know. Anyways.
But then you got those girls that like they don't care about it, you know, like it's not their first thing on their mind. Like, okay, I can only speak for myself. You wake up, you think about sex. Like some girls don't think about that. Some girls are like, oh, my business, this,
That
that.
proves what I've been saying. Men must provide value to the point where women can have the privilege of saying, oh, I'm not that horny all the time. I don't really want to fuck. No, the reality is this. You're not attracted to that guy that much. However, he provides you some other auxiliary benefits. Maybe he makes money. Maybe he gives you security. Maybe he listens to your bullshit feelings and listens to you talk about yourself.
Bullshit
Whatever
feelings.
it is.
Bullshit,
Bullshit feelings
bullshit.
a lot of the times. But the thing is what I'm trying to say is that men have to offer utility to the point where women have the privilege of saying, oh, I don't have to fuck him, but I get value out of him. Men don't have that privilege. When we deal
That's
with
not all
y'all, if
women,
we're not
though.
fucking with
Okay.
y'all,
I
again,
disagree.
if a man is with a woman and he's not fucking her, she's effectively almost useless. And if you don't, once again, ask the guys here, how many of y'all been on a date with a bitch you don't like? We don't do that shit. You guys do that shit. Why? Because women are able to extract value from men that they don't like. The thing is this, y'all don't like me pointing y'all feet to the fire. You want us to provide value to you while you don't have to provide value to us. Fuck that shit. I'm over here waking guys up. If a girl ain't fucking you, you kick her to the curb. She's effectively useless. That's why guys sit here in the friend zone. How many of y'all have a dude in the friend zone right now? Every one of y'all probably has a dude in the friend zone right fucking now.
Facts.
I don't got no bitches in the friend zone because women are useless most of the time if they're not sucking your dick. And that's the God honest truth. You think men really care about your opinion or what you think or your views on things? No.
Some guys do.
We're talking to a very
I'm just saying, like, oh, I want to fuck her. I want to see what this is that. Like, some guys are actually interested in the girl's mind, like, and what she's about, not just her, the JJ.
Is that what he told you?
Yep.
A lot of men have told me that. I have not let a lot of men hit.
He's trying to smash you. That's why.
Yeah.
He's
Okay, and then he's not going to, and he's still gonna want to do this, that. But
Because you
some
put him in
guys
the friend
are
zone.
attracted to a woman's mind. It's not just about
Correct.
sex.
So what you
but-
were saying about oxygen and validation in relationships. So what is our oxygen in relationships is the emotional validation,
Okay.
right? So they both go hand in hand.
Sure.
Like,
then,
one
then we're
doesn't
not. Then
exist
we're
with
not
the
a good
other
match. Then we're not a good match. And you
No,
were withholding sex,
that's
and I'm
not what I
out.
mean. Right.
That's
Right.
it's really
That's
simple.
cool.
It's like why the Jonah Hill thing made no sense to me at all. Jonah Hill said, "If these are the things you want, this isn't going to work for us." That wasn't manipulative. He has the right to fucking leave. The two of you who said you went on a date with a guy and he was too nice. And then you didn't have sex with him. Do you understand from our standpoint? We're looking at this. You want to know how I know you didn't like him? Because you didn't have
But why do I have
sex
to have
with him.
sex with him?
No,
Just because he bought
No,
me
no,
something
I'm not
nice
saying you
and
should.
have
No,
sex
you're
with
proving
him.
my point. I totally agree with you.
You're twisting my words around. I
Me
said
too. And I said he
I
was
said
nice.
he was nice.
Me
That's
too.
why I went on the date with him. I
too.
didn't say I didn't fuck him because he was
No,
nice.
I didn't say-
I said
that's not what
I was not sexually attracted to
Totally,
him.
totally. But my point is, you didn't pursue a relationship with him because you didn't like him. And the way you show that, the outer sign of that is you didn't have sex
He
with him.
showed things that I didn't want in a man that I actually
I agree
want
with you,
to
but
be
I was talking
with.
about the two girls who said the thing that was nice. In your situation,
I said he was too nice for me.
I thought you-
Oh no!
you
Oh,
did.
he gave me the ick. Sorry.
Yeah, give you the ick.
But hold on.
Very
That does not
nice,
disprove the fact that each and every one of you, I guarantee, has been out with a guy that you didn't like that much. You went out with him anyway because maybe you got a free dinner, maybe you got a cool experience that you might have not been able to do on your own, maybe you just were bored. The point I'm trying to make is that women go out on frivolous dates with men that they don't like because men offer value regardless. Women, on the other hand, don't. That's what I'm trying to say. If y'all ain't fucking, you guys are useless. And if you don't believe me, let's say all of you guys lost your vaginas tomorrow. Let's see how you would keep a man. You wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I will.
Yeah, my
Did all
personality
the
is
other
great.
women
It's not
lose
always- it's not
vaginas
always
too?
about
Is it
that.
just
I have a
us?
lot to
'Cause-
me besides my vajayjay.
You know,
So I have a lot to offer just besides
So we're
that.
just punished
depends on
because
the
we
all
don't
of
want
you
to
here
have
can
sex.
agree. If you really like a guy, like you like him like a lot, genuine desire, you go to the park with him. You could go to a friggin' Ferris wheel. He don't gotta spend a lot of money. But I want to say the short term, you like him in a genuine way. You want to smash him. You do want to. So on
Okay.
some level, like when it's genuine, real desire, you want to smash your
To
guy.
that point.
Yeah, when it's
exactly.
genuine.
Hold on.
I
If you
agree.
lost your vagina tomorrow, how would you keep a nigga around? We'll start here.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
My personality is actually very great. I have a lot to me. I'm smart. I'm funny.
But you're not,
I can put a lot in to something besides my coochie.
but you're not D1.
Oh my god.
Okay. You said you have a personality. What else?
I'm funny.
Okay.
I'm smart.
Why are
I'm
you funny?
pretty.
I mean, pretty, yeah.
Okay, but he can't smash though. So does the prettiness help?
Debatable.
But why is I have to be pretty if you smash? Like I have
Okay.
a lot more than just
What,
my
what would you do
coochie.
if you didn't have a vagina? How would you keep a guy
What
around?
that mouth do?
All you want is vagina. Why? Why you talk about this so much?
Okay, so she knows.
Yeah.
What about you? What would you do if you lost your vagina? How would you keep your husband?
A bunch of acts of service, cook for him, pet for him.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of there's a lot of value that we have. So I wanted to
I
say
could hire
something
a
about
maid.
your okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something to
Then
your
fuck
point
your
that you
mate.
said about you don't have to spend a lot of money, and the girl really likes you, she will want to have sex with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying about the emotional needs. So he can be paying for all your bills and whatever it is, but if that emotional connection isn't there, you don't want to have sex with him. So a lot of time I
agree.
feel like men forget that for us, like there is a deeper connection that is needed. So what do you want? Do you want your wife to have sex with you without her enjoying it? You want your wife to be wet, like for lack of a better words. You want her to enjoy it. You want her to enjoy it with you. And yes, sometimes she might not enjoy it and she do it because she loves you, right? But if she's doing it out, even though she doesn't feel it, it's because you're fulfilling her emotional needs.
But
You know what? My emotions are really down. I'm not paying the bills this month.
Yeah.
But no, you just said it. Sometimes you don't really feel it, but out of duty for your husband, you're gonna do it.
Mhm.
And you read the verse Corinthians.
If I feel
Uh,
that I'm loved, right?
Yeah, but once again,
I don't feel
out
like
of
I'm loved. I'm
duty
not
for your
paying the
man,
mortgage this month.
You're gonna do it.
I feel the love.
because you love your man.
Mhm.
Even when you're tired, when you don't feel like doing it.
Yep.
I don't feel the love, man.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it. So I'm just not gonna pay the bills this month. Can you
Yeah.
cover it?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Cool.
All right.
Of course.
She you won't pay the bills and she doesn't have a vagina?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, she is fucked, bro.
Yeah,
That is
literally,
terrible.
like, yeah, man. I'm just the problem is that right whenever women say I need to feel an emotion and blah blah blah, like the issue with that is that emotions change minute to minute
Yep.
based on your period, etc. Women are emotionally erratic. They're never consistent every single day. Their moods always change. So you're telling me that I need to go ahead and base one of the cornerstones of my happiness, sexual fulfillment, on how you feel? That's crazy to me.
Wow.
Because guess what? Your security isn't contingent upon how I feel. If someone breaks into the house, no matter how I feel, I gotta protect you. If we need to go ahead and pay a bill, it doesn't matter how I feel, I gotta fucking pay for it. If I'm the man and I'm supposed to be the man of the house and the leader, it doesn't matter how the fuck I feel. I fulfill my duty. But women, on the other hand, want to feel like they don't have to do their duty. And that's where I'm saying I'm calling bullshit on that. It's not a fair trade. Why is it that I have to be a man at all times, but you can pick and choose when you want to be my wife? That's bullshit. If you're gonna play that game, cool. I'm gonna have 5 other bitches. That's how we're gonna do it.
And I get what you're saying regarding emotional connection and it being something.
Fuck
of value.
emotions.
No, hold on. I'll go somewhere with this. However, that means every time we argue or get upset, you don't want to fuck me,
Mhm.
which is fucked up because then that means you're contingent upon how you feel,
Yep.
which means it won't happen a lot.
Mhm.
So is
But-
that really dutiful to your husband?
Right.
Or
So
how you feel about it?
So the relationships are such a big work that you need to have a set of rules, right? So maybe, and that's really up to each relationship, you know, like.
I think you,
But it's
sorry,
for real.
Chris. I
The
think
thing,
Chris one here.
the thing is, I don't
Rules?
think people that don't have a long lasting relationship can talk about a long lasting relationship, right? Because they haven't had it. So how can, for
3
example,
months?
3 years? We've
You
been
just got married.
3 months.
but we've been together for 3 years.
3 months.
That's barely
3 years.
anything, man. That's barely.
3 months.
Okay,
All right, go ahead.
3 years, right? So in order for me, even though to get to those 3 months being married and to get to being married, there was a lot of work that needed to be done because it's just how can we just put like things as just black and white when even you guys, Myron, you're saying that, oh, well, maybe I'm not feeling like I want to pay the bills today,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what about you making just if she's feeling safe and she's feeling that sometimes like you're listening to her constantly and maybe the relationship is not going to be perfect, right?
Constantly?
But if overall you're fulfilling your needs and she's fulfilling her needs too, the relationship is a success, right? That's it. You cannot put things black or white and then she just doesn't have sex with you to kick it to the curb. If she's using sex as a weapon, definitely get a divorce. Don't be with her. Don't be with
See,
her.
what you're missing though is that men are very simple and our needs are typically
But
pretty much
that's
black
not
and white.
true.
But
But
you
that's
keep
not
going back
true.
to your needs. I'm telling you, men's needs in general are fairly black and white. We're very simple across different socioeconomic classes, whatever. Men are very simple. You keep looking at things through a female lens. How I feel.
And you keep looking at things from a masculine lens. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
So how can we talking about all these problems, but we're not
Yeah,
talking
we
about
should
the
look at it from the
solutions?
male. Hold on, we should look at it from the male lens because the
Both
men are the
lenses.
ones giving relationships out. So it probably behooves you to understand what men want because we already know what the fuck women want. You guys make that very apparent in all your music and popular culture. We know what women want, but we don't necessarily know what men want. And I would argue most women don't care what men want. I'm telling you, men are very simple. What we want is typically linear. It is black and white. You're the one that's complicating it. I don't know if I feel this way today and blah, blah, blah. I'm saying men don't have that privilege of saying, I don't feel like it. You have to be a man at all times. And you guys want to go ahead and pick and choose when you want to be a dutiful wife. And I'm saying that's cool. I'm not arguing for you guys not being able to exercise things on your prerogative. That's fine. But what I am saying is that men need to put consequences on that shit. You don't want to fuck? Fantastic. You're effectively single now.
But you're talking about just one time, like
right? Can you be more specific?
Okay, because here's the thing: when your girl isn't fucking you, 9 out of 10 times, it's like a long-term thing. It's a drought, right? She just isn't feeling you, and she just withholds sex from you, or she uses it as a weapon for some type of behavior.
Yeah.
Once a woman weaponizes sex against you, it's a wrap.
done. Is it disrespect?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what most women do. They weaponize sex, and I'm just telling guys not to tolerate that shit.
To make it clear, though, once or twice when it's not back to back is fine because obviously
okay, yeah. Thanks for clarifying.
We're talking about a long period of time. Let's say 3 weeks, for example.
Okay,
that's fine. It's the same thing as weaponizing. It's the same thing as weaponizing financial support. If you're weaponizing it, and I feel like I can pay the bills today, but not tomorrow, you're also like being abusive.
But how did it start, though?
But how did it start for her?
Women typically weaponize sex first.
Yep.
But why?
How do you feel?
So the thing. So okay. So you guys been saying, "Oh,
it
we're
doesn't
really
matter
simple."
Why? That's like me saying, "I don't want to pay the bills."
No,
do you give a
it
fuck
does
why
matter.
I'm saying
It does
why?
matter. Myron, you bring it up a lot that it is like 70% of divorces are started by women.
Yes.
Right.
Like 80%.
Right. Exactly. So did you know that 85% of women initiate counseling? So we're a lot.
Right.
So
most people don't go to counseling. Like not even 10% of couples go to counseling.
Which is really sad because we haven't been taught as human beings to be in a healthy relationship.
Okay.
And not only that, going to counseling, they do it in bad faith. They go to counseling because they know that it'll allow them to get a better.
Not necessarily.
They can say, "Oh, I need to initiate this divorce because we tried counseling."